Welcome everyone. I'm Dr. Susan Frame with Frame Family Chiropractic Wellness Center. We are happy to be with Bill Kupsh today with ServPro, and Bill is going to talk to us a little bit about what ServPro is, what they're doing during this whole pandemic, and some tips and tricks on what you can be doing at home to help out during this time. So Bill, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. How you doing?
Oh, very good. Thank you for having me, Susan.
Absolutely. So Bill, tell us a little bit about you personally, and then if you want to go into a little bit about what ServPro does.
Okay, so I have been with ServPro 3.5 years. I am responsible for commercial sales for ServPro. There are two of us on our sales team, my boss Jim and myself. My boss Jim calls on agents and adjusters, and I call on commercial properties. And then when I say call on it, it's more marketing and just telling them who we are and how we can help them if they ever need our services. Really our mission is to bring order to chaotic situations. Many of the people that we deal with have never been in this situation before, never expected to be in this situation before, but one day they woke up and there they are standing ankle deep in water, or who knows what the situation is.
Now you talked about bringing order to chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, are we finding ourselves in a chaotic time right now. How are you as ServPro, how are you guys bringing that order to the whole COVID-19 pandemic?
All right, that's a great question. And just as everyone's daily lives are changing, here at ServPro, ours have as well, and some of the services that we're performing. So what we're really doing is, we are going out and we are proactively cleaning, and we're also doing confirmed case COVID cleanings at facilities. Companies are reaching out to us. They want the proactive cleaning so that it makes their employees and people coming into their areas feel safe that they can do that. And at the same token, from now and again there is a confirmed case, and then we need to take care of that situation as well. Both situations from a cleaning and sanitizing standpoint are very similar. Really, the differences that people would notice is what we have to wear when we go into one of those situations, as far as what type of protective equipment we need to wear doing a proactive case versus a confirmed case.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm sure that you've seen, as businesses are trying to start opening up, you're probably seeing a lot more of businesses trying to make sure that their customers feel safe coming into their place of business.
Yes, that's, you really hit the nail on the head. One of the things that we're doing is preparing for that, because as Wisconsin opens and as, the nation opens, they are going to be, really not asked, but really, demanded to provide a safe environment for the people that are coming into their stores or their facilities. And part of providing that safe environment is the owners need to make a decision. They either need to do it on their own, or they need to hire out. And that is really what we're preparing for, is to be hired to do those type of things. And it could be a case where we go in every day. Maybe they want us every other day. Who knows what the situation will be, but we are preparing to handle that for the people that need those services. One of the things that people may ask is, what can they use? I watched a webinar the other day put on by the EPA, and when all this started on, around March 6th, there was about 60 products that were EPA approved to use. Today, there's around 400.
Wow.
So, a month or so ago, products were hard to find. Well, now they're more readily available. One of the things I printed off a sheet, there are a number of websites that I go to regularly, and we do here, because, there's some different information regarding how to clean for certain things. And I'm just going to hold this up for a second. These are some websites that I use and go to regularly. The one at the bottom is really the more Wisconsin.
Is that up a little bit for me, Bill? There you go. Oh, wait, a little higher. There you go. The wedc.org. Okay.
Yes. So all three of these sites really have great information. I'm going to just hold this up a second longer. They all have great information. They talk about the EPA site. you can go to, and you can punch in your number of the product that you have, and it will tell you whether it's EPA approved. I've got a jar here, or a gallon of product here, and it's really tiny. But if you look at the back of any cleaning product, there's an EPA registration number, and you just punch that number into their site, and it will tell you whether it's an approved product or not.
Wow.
So that's one of the things that people can do. That's at the website epa.gov/coronavirus. So that's one thing people can do if they're not sure whether the product they're using is appropriate or not. Another real simple thing they can do, it's a recipe of 1/3 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water.
Okay.
So they can do that as well. Now, one of the things they recommend is make sure your bleach is not, past its expiration date and things such as that. Also, do not mix that with other chemicals, because that could, create something harmful. But again, the best place to go is those websites. If you have any questions, if you just want to go to them to look at them, there's information you look at for, all day. So really, it's more appropriate if you have a specific question or concern, go to those websites. They'll help you out. The one thing people have a lot of questions about is if I'm reopening my business, what are some of the rules that I need to follow? Well, those rules are out there, both on a national level and, from the state level. So those are great resources as well. One of the things on a national level, what they're developing, and it just makes sense of what they're talking about. As businesses start to reopen, they really have a 3-step plan, and it's real simple. The first step is develop the plan. What are you going to do to reopen? What are some of the processes you're going to use? Are you going to put people in place that now need to monitor this? But develop the plan. The second step, again, implement the plan. Once you develop it, now you need to follow the plan. And then as you move forward, maintain and revise the plan. So, if anybody thinks that when you develop the plan, you're going to get it right the first time, you're probably going to be frustrated.
Right.
So you just need to move forward and revise the plan as you need to. But the key is plan early and have a plan.
Absolutely. And with all of the changes, I mean, we even saw last night, the state opened back up and then a half an hour later, Brown County closed. So businesses need to be paying close attention to that as well, and then adapt those plans along the way with the new rules, either by their county or their state. So that's great information.
Yes, they do. And one of the things I want to talk about on, from ServPro side, one of the things that our marketing team at corporate is currently working on and going to roll out here in the next few days. But one of the things that really is going to be important to people is, when they go to work or when they go to a business, they're going to want to feel safe going there, and they're going to want to know, has this place been cleaned properly? So one of the things that ServPro has come up with, it's called our Certified ServPro Cleaned. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to hold this up. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the things we're going to do as we go in and clean businesses and whoever else has us come in, we're going to have, that logo that people can use. So when people come into their facility, let's say it's a dentist, a hair salon, a chiropractor,
Right.
they can have that sitting out, and their customers can see that this building or this space has been professionally cleaned by ServPro, and you can be assured that it's been properly cleaned. So, again, some people are going to clean on their own, others are going to hire out, but the ones that hire out and hire us out, we're going to, give them some information and some tools that are going to make their customers, employees feel comfortable that this space has been, cleaned and disinfected properly.
That's awesome. I love it, Bill. Is there any final word of advice or again, tips or tricks that you'd want to share with our viewers?
Boy, not really. Just hang in there. Check out those websites. Follow the guidelines of wearing masks. Everyone has different opinions on what's going on and how the government and the state should handle these situations. The only thing I can say is I'm glad I'm not the one making those decisions, because those are just incredibly difficult decisions, and no matter what decision they make, half the population is going to be mad and half the population is going to be happy. But
You are
we
correct.
we just all need to keep moving forward and do what we feel best is what we need to do to protect ourselves, which in turn protects others.
Absolutely. Great advice, Bill. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You had wonderful information, and thank you for joining us as well. Once again, some great information that you can use at home to keep yourself safe and healthy, and your family, for that matter, safe and healthy. And as we go to reopen the state, you now know that you can look for that ServPro certified clean symbol that they're going to be rolling out soon. And you know that if you see that symbol on somebody's door or sitting at their desk, you know that that place has been cleaned properly by ServPro. So once again, thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you again really soon. Have a happy, healthy day.